Hey guys, and welcome to my first episode of Author Awoo, which is gonna be. I'm hoping to keep it like a brief kind of spotlight kind of talk about of or stuff I've read by people or authors in the fandom that I'm kind of reading in between books and stuff. So, and I want to talk about, and I want to like talk about it and say, oh, check this out, or I like this, and also interesting things that I've see coming up that I want to talk about, and I guess support in a longer time frame of like a retweet, which lasts like a day before it's lost to time in the perpetual insignificant of memes in the internet. So first up, I wanted to talk about now, so it was pronounced MikasiWolf, who is a Singaporean furry author who has been quite prolific, at least in the past couple of years. He's done several, I think about about 7 published stories, and I think the earliest one is, the one in 2014 in the Furry Future, which should read. There's a couple of things that I want to read. So the ones I have read is I read his Adversaries Fall and Gods of Fur, which is this real kind of spin on the classical the monkey. Oh fuck! What's the name of it? Already have to go look it up. It's just a little spin off the folklore kind of mythology story of Sun Wukong. He's from Journey to the West, and it's really cool. And then I also read, there's a third story. I read one of his stories he had in a Furry Fiesta Con book, which was a cool kind of Bayou zombie kind of thing. And there was a third thing. I forgot it. There's something in I can't remember. I think it might have been just a short story he had up somewhere. I forgot what it was. But the other one that I really liked was his one in Clawed Away to Victory, A Leap Forward, which is really cool one. Has this like I guess above ground world of what's the word? Oh my god, I forgot the word for him. The movement, the parkour. That's it. Like parkour runners, and it's called the movement. This kind of philosophy, and I really love the arc that I think he's a civet. I forgot their names, but I really liked the main character's arc, and I loved a lot of the kind of cool details he brought out in that world, just through vicarious means. Like I liked how the clothing that they had described more of their social status. Not besides that they live on the roof and whatever. And I think it's a more near future setting, but that's left ambiguous, which is it's just cool. And one thing I really liked about it is that because it was this multicultural city in the US called the Intersection, and I think what really brought it out besides the backstory of that city is the diverse cast of species and nationalities behind these species of the characters in the story, and I really love that about it. And yeah, so no, I really love MikasiWolf stuff. I'm just checking it out and following him on Twitter, and really keen on following him harder. And like I know he's got a story in both of the Dogs of War anthologies, which I don't know if I will ever get to, but I should, because I keep getting told by people like, oh, there's this cool story by X and cool story by Y and this. I'm like, oh, I suppose I'll get it sometime. So one thing I do want to do with this is I want to put more in-depth show notes in the description, so I'll have links to all where these people are published and where you can buy it and whatever. If I don't go into it myself in the video. Next up is James L. Steele's upcoming novel, Dangerous Thoughts, which is, I think. Oh no, it's out. Sorry, it's not. It's not upcoming. I think it's self-published. I'm pretty sure it's self-published. So it's available on the Barnes and Noble ebook store, and Kindle's coming soon. I'm not sure if it's really coming else, but I think what really sold it to me is I saw he was posting about the cover art for it. I'm like, that looks so cool. It's like this blue raptor and this fox on this boat with this guy destroyed kind of landscape behind them. It's super cool. And then I finally got around to checking out the first chapter, like the preview for it. And yeah, it was really cool. Like, it's an interesting sci-fi story about there's this race. So there's this group of people called Archons, and they hold is it wormhole they're portals. What type of portals were they? Oh, I forgot. I think they're wormhole portals. Anyway, they're wormhole bubble portals. Yeah, there's a proper scientific sci-fi name for it. But then, there's this big calamity and this collapse, and a lot of them all just instantly shut down. All the Archons, which are the story follows Decker and Kylak, and they caught in this calamity as well, and they're struggling to find what happened to their planet and their people and find survivors. And yeah, it was a really cool, interesting opening chapter, because I really liked how it really thrust you into how diverse, I guess, organisms are in this universe, and I guess the culture behind it and all that. Like, I really liked the two species it introduced you to, which is the furry quadrupeds, and then the scaled two-legged mammal dudes, and how they evolved to, because one is a predator-prey relationship, and one evolved to beat the other, and evolution, blah blah blah. But no, it's really cool. It was really interesting seeing these two, really interesting to look into the world with Decker and Kylak, and I really want to see what happens with them and check that out. But as I said, the cover is absolutely gorgeous, so I'm hoping there's a physical release sometime in the future. And then the last person I wanted to talk about was an upcoming furry writer called G.M.Rader, who's at Furry Writer on Twitter, and he's got a published story coming up in Heat 15, which is coming out next month. I think it's July, the release date, whenever AC is. He's got, it's Illusion, isn't it? Yeah. Illusion with an E. It's coming up in Heat 15, and what's really interesting, because around the time it was details were released of Heat 15, I saw his promo stuff and saw him tweeting, and I thought I was following him, but I think I just got confused because I was always saw who to follow next, and I just never clicked follow for some weird reason. And so I'm very interested to follow this writer. He recently was at the Raw workshop that went on last month or month before, like that, along with there's another author that I need to follow, I think Minnow, a cheetah or something, and yeah, so I really can't find much about him, so short of going up to him and shaking him and saying, "Who are you?" I've really just got to follow him and work that out. But he seems, they seem like a pretty cool guy, and I'm really interested to read his story in Heat 15 when it comes out, and then follow him where he goes. His FA's going through a makeover, and we'll have stuff up soon according to his journal. But yeah, I couldn't find much through a Google search. didn't have a page up on the Fairy Writers Guild. So the only other short thing I did do, like short of doing, was scouring through the Fairy Writer Guild forums, which I need to check out. It's been months since I've looked at it myself, but and then go through reading his posts and building up something there. But no, I'm really cool and interested checking out this. I'm assuming a fox or a coyote. He's some canine, but yeah. So I'm pretty interested to check him out. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So, I mean, yay, it's only a couple minutes now. And so, hopefully this has been cool. And if you like it, let me know, because I will want to keep doing these, because I guess the concept is easy. But, yeah. If you have any suggestions of people you want me to talk about, or if you want me to check you out or whatever, just shoot me a message. I'll read a couple stories and I'll be happy to. Because I think there's one thing that definitely could help in fandom is just getting more word out, and I guess more traffic on people that aren't as big name out there. Because yes, I mean it's there, but sometimes you have to look a little bit, and you know, I'm dismayed. Vicariously, retrospectively, some fancy word for the emotion I'm thinking. Anyway, I've been Reyfar, and all for Awoo!